Hello dears, welcome back to another video. It's MDN, and today we're going to be diving into the Christmas event that has returned to Dandy's World. Except this time, we have lore. The Christmas update returned to Dandy's World and the entire fandom has been beyond excited. Whether you experienced it before or not, it's safe to say that absolutely everybody has been waiting all year for it, and this year did not disappoint. We got the 4 canon Christmas tunes back up to purchase: Rudy, Cole, Ginger, and Bobette. However, this year, several changes were introduced. For starters, their abilities. Cole now has a shorter cooldown, Ginger has the ability to fully heal a tune by tapes, and Bobette has had speed buffs to Festive Aura, as well as a timer showing how much time remains when she's wrapped up and hidden away from the Twisteds. Alongside these gameplay changes, there's also been a new floor event called Ice Over, making everything slippery and much more challenging for the player. The return of the Christmas floor has been a nostalgic and positive experience for those of us who experienced it before, as well as a fun and new experience to newer players. However, there's also been a new map added called the Seasonal Room. This map is very much also Christmas themed, featuring large gift bows decorating the ceiling, the typical green and red Christmas colors, a bakery to eat Christmas cookies and treats, a large ice skating rink right in the center of the map, and a meet and greet area where children can meet Bobette, similar to how children do meet and greets with Santa Claus at malls and other places. However, this update isn't just whimsy and happy, and neither is Bobette. Within the new seasonal room, there is a much darker and sadder story to be told about the Christmas main. So, without further ado, let's dive into the truth of Bobette. Bobette Caroline, or as I like to call her Bobby, is the main tune of the Christmas cast that was originally introduced to Dandy's World on January 10th, 2025. She is inspired off a bauble or ornament and displays bright red and patterned skin with a fluffy green and white Christmas sweater. When Bobette and actually the entire Christmas update was first introduced in January, it was a very late and abrupt update. First of all, many players thought it seemed very last minute as Christmas had already passed. Many players also felt as if the tunes were just copy and pastes of other tunes with a changed exterior. At the time, people equated Rudy to Flutter, Cole to Pebble, Ginger to Cosmo, and Bobette to Connie. While later came out and explained that the reason they all had such similar abilities is because she didn't want anybody to feel left out if they weren't able to get the new tunes during the season. But that thinking quickly changed during the Easter update, which I'll definitely make a video on in the future. At the time, Bobette had absolutely no lore. What the Christmas tunes did have though was a collective lore regarding how they were treated during off seasons. Notes found in the original Christmas floor expose conversations from Arthur to Delilah regarding what happens to the Christmas tunes. Arthur states that he's been feeling concerns over how the Christmas tunes hide around the corners and don't seem to interact much with the public, to which Delilah's response is that this behavior is normal and that it would be a waste of resources to keep them interacting with the public when it's not Christmas time. She once again reiterates that they do want to be alone and that everything is perfectly fine. For some reason, many people equated this to Delilah locking up the Christmas tunes in a basement, which I've personally never understood because that's not directly stated here, but okay. However, what is stated is that Delilah doesn't seem to truly care about the tunes, whereas Arthur does. The entire dynamic the founders of Dandy's World share is very similar to other dynamics duo founders face in other franchises. Examples include William Afton and Henry Emily from Five Nights at Freddy's, or Joey Drew and Henry Stein from Bending the Ink Machine. In these duos, there's always one founder who seems kinder, nicer, or just a better person, whereas the other founders envious, vengeful, or just plain evil. Now, this was the case for Dandy's World as well. Delilah is the evil founder who turned the tunes twisted, and Arthur is the good founder who had no idea what was going on and eventually was betrayed by his business partner. But what if that's what they want us to believe? What if there's more to Arthur than he lets on? This update may have just confirmed this. Throughout the new seasonal room, there are several things that I believe are important to point out. Firstly, the number 3. Now, okay, I may be thinking too much into this, but as somebody who loves escape rooms, doing daily minute cryptics, and other mind games, I make sure to pay close attention to details, especially when it's a number that seems to come up a lot. It could all be pure coincidence, but several times in this map I see 3. 3 stockings, 3 presents, 3 milkshakes. However, as we know, there are 4 Christmas tunes. Something else I noticed was in the bakery section of the map. On the wall near the entrance, there is only one apron, but yet again, there are 4 holiday Christmas tunes. I think back to Sprout's map and how there are 3 aprons, one for Sprout, one for Cosmo, and one for Sam.
Okay, MDN, how does this correlate?
Personally, I believe that the person who put up the 3 stockings and wrapped the 3 presents and made the 3 milkshakes was Bobette. I believe she made all of these things for her Christmas Toon friends, Rudy, Cole, and Ginger. With that logic, I believe that the single apron is hers and that she uses it to do everything for everybody. Make the food, wrap the gifts, hang up the decor. She is the one who behind the scenes makes all the Christmas magic come to life, but doesn't receive anything back herself. Instead, she's expected to continue making the gifts and bring that Christmas cheer around tenfold. But this isn't just a theory anymore, it's reality. The final and main thing in the seasonal map that leads us to believe that Bobette's lore is much deeper than we thought, and also that Arthur isn't entirely the good guy we think he is, comes from CCTV footage. If you go into this little hidden room towards the back of the map, you'll be inside the lore room. This room features a ton of gifts wrapped up, toys ready for packaging, paint cans for decorating, and giant Bobette plushies. But it also includes a TV that plays a looped video from security footage. This video shows a conversation where Arthur is praising Bobette for how well she did during the meet and greet. Bobette thanks him, to which Arthur suggests how many more children they could make happy if they could double the gifts. We see Bobette's eyes widen in worry, to which she asks who will take on that task. Arthur immediately names Bobette, unless she doesn't think she can handle it. Bobette quickly smiles and assures Arthur she's capable of taking on this task. Once again, Arthur thanks her and praises her ability to bring holiday cheer and happiness. He states that she's never given him any trouble, and before taking off does offer help, but dismisses it in a way by saying that he'll doubt she'll need it. Bobette waves goodbye and wishes him a happy day before jumping back into her seat with a worried and sad look. She sits on this chair for 4 hours before getting up and nodding. Then, the footage cuts. Bobette's demeanor in this video is very obvious. She's overwhelmed by the thought of having to double her workload and is not receiving any help. She seems to be displaying people-pleasing tendencies as she immediately agrees with Arthur when he tells her that she'd be the one making all the presents. She also denies not being able to handle it and doesn't ask for any additional help, which is on par with somebody who's a people-pleaser. Arthur honestly shocked me in this video. As I stated previously, he's always been the good one, the one who cares, while Delilah is the evil one who doesn't care. Seeing him not once consider Bobette's feelings and not actually offer any help honestly makes me feel as if more Arthur lore will be revealed in the future. So I'm calling it now. I believe Arthur isn't the good guy we all think he is. Maybe he's morally gray like Dandy, or maybe he's worse. But I don't believe that he's fully innocent, especially after this interaction. When you're playing on the seasonal floor as one of the 4 holiday tunes, you'll get a message if you stand in the lore room. Rudy's will say, "Whoa." Ginger will say, "Oh, Bobette." Cole will whine, and Bobette will say, "I don't remember leaving things like this." Bobette's line is very interesting. As I stated, the lore room features a ton of toys and plushies, but there's also a black substance on the table, as well as in footprints near the door, which is presumably ichor. Something else that piqued my interest is a letter in Bobette's lore room that only appears during the gameplay mode. This letter is on the desk and covered in ichor. The letter reads, "Every time Christmas returns, it feels as if there is less time for me to spend with my friends. I know it's a big event for Gardenview. I know I'm important. I know I do a great job every single year. I hate to be any trouble. After all, I'm perfect for my role. I've been perfect at it for years. Despite that all, despite it being my season, I have this feeling that I'm not appreciated enough and I don't like it. Can Delilah fix it? Is it a part of me? Can someone fix it? Please, please, please." This once again strengthens the fact that Bobette is a people pleaser and her need to go above and beyond for others caused her to fall short on herself. Whatever went on, it's unsure if her holiday Toon friends knew about it. I personally don't believe they did, as their reactions in the lore room show surprise and concern. It seems as if Bobette had so much pressure on her to be the perfect character, to be the perfect one to spread holiday joy and happiness, but nobody ever returned that back to her. She was always worrying about her friends and the other children's happiness, but never her own. And on top of that, she never asked for help. Maybe she was scared of being judged, or maybe she just really wanted to keep the magic of Christmas alive for everybody else. Whatever it was, Bobette's need to please others ultimately cost her not just her happiness, but also herself. I think a lot of us can actually relate to this new lore about Bobette. Whether you're a parent trying to keep the holiday magic alive for your children, or somebody who always feels the need to make others happy, this lore reminds us that in order to fill other people's cups, we have to make sure ours is full first, because we cannot pour from an empty cup. In an airplane, the first thing they tell you to do, if there's a lack of oxygen, is to put your mask on first before helping those nearby you. It's important that as people, we take care of ourselves so that we may be able to take care of others. It's also very important to ask for help. No matter how big or small you may think your problem is, ask for help. It does not make you weak or irresponsible. Had our beloved Bobette asked her friends for help, maybe, just maybe, things could have ended differently. Well, dears, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this lore recap and maybe you learned something new. Let me know your personal thoughts and theories down below. As always, have an amazing day and remember, God loves you. See y'all in the next one. Bye.